daughter. I am the Firebird's child. I am the Firebird's child. I am the Firebird. I am his daughter. And like the flame, I am wild, 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 wild. I am the Firebird. I am his daughter. I am the Firebird's child. I am the Firebird, the boldest song you've ever heard. Join the dance and make it wild, wild, wild.
Welcome everybody to Weavers of the Web and our 5th anniversary birthday party. Woo! Oh my God! Look, I missed the cake.
Yay, good job.
So, honor about this date, I think it might have actually been the 3rd, but first Wednesday, 5 years ago, we had our first community night meeting at Inter-Ascended Masters Ministries down on South Washington. And I think we had less than 10 people in attendance, and half of those were probably my family. And since then, we have grown and moved. We've been through so much. We lost our home. We became homeless. We got hit by a pandemic. We shifted gears and went online. We were the first Wiccan church in the country to go fully online with all of our offerings. And we continue that because we are committed to providing access to everybody. We kept going through the pandemic and we grew during COVID. How many churches can say that we grew during a pandemic? And now we have a new space with this whole beautiful stuff. We're going to get that wall down and get this room up. We've got a library for folks now. We have space for the food pantry again, and things are just rolling wonderfully. We usually get 15 to 20 people here on Wednesday nights. And that is just fantastic. And it's not on my family anymore. In fact, there's nobody here from my family tonight. So
What am I, child liver?
Blood.
No
family.
blood in here. Did
So-
not birth you.
No, she did not.
This week we are celebrating with a party. We have cake here. Let's get this cake up where we can see that a little bit. And hopefully it doesn't slide off. Happy
And it's
birthday,
sliding.
Weavers of the Web.
Put it back down.
We've also got cider and donuts here. So, if you're watching this and you're in the area, you should come by and join us. We have a wonderful Deadbeat here is going to be playing some tunes over in the store for party time. We've got cake. We have donuts and cider over here for food. And if anybody else brought food, you're welcome to it. And we are going to just share some memories and hang out. While we're still live on YouTube, does anybody want to say anything about your experiences here? They're shy.
We're so shy.
I feel absolutely blessed to be a part of this community. The Weavers is a second family.
Ditto.
And I am so thrilled to be at a place and part of a church that I can be my genuine true self and grow.
It's what we want to be here for, a safe space for everybody to figure their own stuff out, right? Dan?
Yeah, when I first came in here, I had met you guys at Pagan Pride, and then I was invited by Aaron to check it out. I came in not 100% sure if this was for me, and maybe I don't follow the same path as everybody else does here, but it is, at the end of the day, it did wind up being a place for me, because most people understand when I have my little episodes, or little things happen, they're pretty supportive here, something I've been needing for years.
We don't believe that one mistake should doom anybody to being alone around here, that's for sure.
So I had a mini episode yesterday, but then after it was over, I realized I really did stand on things,
That's awesome. Heather?
As awesome as it was when it was just your family and mine in various parks and places and at your house, this is so much better. This is so much more than I would have thought that you could have done. Not that you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I'll tell you what, I did not see us being here in only 5 years. As as a pagan Wiccan church, and to be able to grow and manifest this much, this fast, and to have property
And to have a
and
shop.
space in our store, it's just blows my mind a lot of the times.
And that's another good thing about being here. Unlike some of the Wiccan church, some churches out there, I have another covenant of my own in my area, and there's no issues with that. That's another positive for the group too, that you allow people to have their own covens or attend if the whatever church outside they want to attend, and there's no backlash.
Yeah, I think I shared or reshared an old post I'd written blog post back in 2018, that first year we started, about what is a church, because I got a lot of questions. Why is this a church? You're not Christian. Why would you use the word church? Well, because it's different from coven. Covens are private. It's something that you apply to, and you're accepted and initiated and whatnot, and it's a closed working group. A church is an open space where anybody is welcome, and there are no requirements for attending. There's no checklists. There's no gatekeepers. Everybody is welcome here. Everybody is welcome, no matter what.
And I do love that we don't have that Satanist clause in our lease.
Wait, what now?
It was from the old space. Yeah. Well, it's our space now, so
Yeah.
we don't have to go by rules like that
Exactly.
anymore. Stephanie?
So I'm still pretty new here, but when I moved away from Grand Rapids, I was running from trauma and I didn't have anybody, and you guys just accepted me. You didn't know me, but I just came here and you guys were like, welcome, come in. And you gave me a community when I had nothing. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful.
So glad we could be here for you.
Thank you.
I haven't been around since the beginning. I've been on the outskirts I was on the outskirts for the first couple of years. I helped with a couple rituals. I helped with Pagan Pride Day, helped with a few things. And then late 2019, early 2020, I got bit by a bug that says, you need to do this. And I went and talked to Solanox and said, hey, what's it take to be your student? And she gave me the contract, gave me the list of things, and says, you think you can do it? 4 years later, I'm still here. And I have to say that this has been a great experience. I love the camaraderie, the friendship, and most of all, just the support that I can be myself and do the things that I do, but have a community that's there to back me. Because I've had that and lost it several times, and I don't think this one's going away unless I push it away. And I don't see that happening either.
I think a lot of us have had that experience of losing community, trying to be part of groups and being rejected, not feeling welcome for one reason or another. And I think that was a lot of the driving force behind me starting this church. I wanted to do it from the time I left Christianity because I missed that community that you would get from the churches and being able to do things and spend time with other people. And yeah, I'm just really glad that we're able to provide that.
I've been here less than 2 years. We're like a year and a half, maybe a little more. I forget the exact time frame, something like that. And I loved it so much I had to move to another state to get here.
No, that is not a requirement. You can be my student and stay in another state. That's okay.
It's super cool to have the tech witch with the tech.
Oh, yeah, we love having you here. We
Don't
love
you
having
have-
you here.
don't you
Just
have a
trying to make sure
couple?
there's not any pressure on anybody else.
Don't you have a couple in another state right now?
Not at the moment. Not at the moment.
Because I know you haven't. Oh yeah, that's right. That was before Ella moved up here.
Right?
Yeah, Ella was our out-of-stater, and
I'm not.
couple of
Didn't
us,
last long, did it?
couple of us went and kidnapped her.
It was, what, year and a half after you signed up?
Something like
Consensual
that.
kidnapping.
Consensual kidnapping.
She gets that.
She
She gave
consented
me
to
a-
be kidnapped.
She gave me a
The highway
necklace last
consent
year, and then I might have used that
laws.
necklace to direct her here. I may or may not have done that with that horn god necklace, Ella, because I was
Yeah.
so appreciative of it.
Anybody else want to share?
I love this church, this family, for everything that it is, for everything that it's going to be. I'm going to piggyback off everyone who got that welcome wagon, and to be in a church that's full of people who can understand you and appreciate you for, all that you are, your ups and your downs and your quirks and your creativity. So I love you all and thank you for making this church.
Thank you for being here.
Yay, we love Davin.
Yeah.
I still want to cut that cake with a sword. You won't let me.
Now,
Fine sword.
I say a
There's a sword out
flaming
there.
sword.
Oh,
That
God.
Fire code.
There's a plastic sword in there.
At least
no,
somebody
there's a
has their
sword
gun on it.
in there that I want to cut the cake with, and she won't let me.
That would be cool.
Maybe if you pay a deposit on it.
It's my sword.
I know.
Yep, that would be cool. Well,
Anybody else want to share? Alan, you want to share?
Sure.
About-
So I'm always the oddball, so it's nice to find some place where it's okay to be the oddball. And I love you guys. You're a great family. Congratulations on 5 years.
Woo!
We made it to kindergarten.
we don't
Speaking of
be
school.
our pants anymore.
One of the biggest benefits to us expanding for me personally is the study space for my son,
I had to say.
where he is possibly even more comfortable doing school here than at home. And he had a major milestone. He did a school meeting by himself today.
Yay! That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I was sitting there doing the thing that I needed to do, and I got my headphones down, and I says, "Didn't you have a meeting with your teacher or something?" He says, "Yeah, it's already done." It's like, "Oh, okay." Okay.
It's only a 15-minute check-in, but I usually sit with him,
Mhm.
and he did the whole thing start to finish. Teacher sent me a quick write-up to let me know what they talked about, and he took care of it because I was busy helping somebody.
That's awesome.
And I don't know that he would have done that at home.
Maybe he just feels comfortable here. Maybe he feels like he fits in here now.
If you watch him when he walks in the door,
And there's so
every
many
time he
people
walks
do
in.
that. I love seeing that.
every time he walks in, it's that big, happy, I'm comfortable, I'm safe.
So, that's the other reason for getting this expanded space, not just to have more room for our meetings and our rituals, but to be able to offer some more of those community services that churches provide. We've got a library now. It's got books in it. It's going to have more. It's got tables and comfy chairs. You can come in and work. You can come in and study. We have access to Wi-Fi if you need it.
And they
Um,
wiggle. The chairs
Sorry.
wiggle, which makes,
Yeah,
There-
that's great for our neurodivergence, right?
yes.
And eventually there'll be access to other computers and stuff. If you don't have a computer, you need a computer to use. There's going to be access to computers here too.
Yep, that is in the works to have a small public computer lab up here. So, yeah, if you haven't come in to check out the
Wow.
new space, definitely come and do that. I've always said I encourage people to hang out, but you don't have to do it in the store anymore. You can have a nice, quiet, private space to work and have meetings if you need it.
And that's the thing. Maybe maybe down the road we can get like a meditation area. So
Yeah.
after it gets,
Isn't that in the plan?
We've talked about it. We'll see how things go with moving people around in the space and stuff. But yeah, having a little meditation room, space for sound baths or just contemplation, definitely.
More space for the
definitely.
shrine. Sorry.
more space.
More space for the shrines because Shrine Row is very nice, but it takes up some room for a lot of things and it feels like it's not enough.
But you
Yeah,
could- you could
we're
put this-
definitely gonna make more room for that.
You could
And there'll be
spread
some new offerings as far as shrines go coming in here pretty soon, I hear, so. Keep your eyes open for those.
What you could do, Ripley, here's an idea, they could put shrines all throughout the whole building and just put it, instead of having a row, like each one can have whatever section they choose in
Well,
the.
I was also thinking of rooms for that kind of thing, especially if you wanted to have some private time with your deity.
Also,
Like
if I
a
wanted to bring the
chapel
guitar in and
sense.
write a song
Yeah.
for one of
Is
the
there another word
deities
for
or something in a private area like that.
I hadn't thought of applying the word chapel to it, but that's not a bad idea,
Yeah.
you know, if we get the big space open over here, with these walls down that we've talked about doing, where we've got ritual space separate from the store, that'll be a chapel. Then that's part of the intent, is that, you know, then it will be a place where people can come and do spell work and stuff.
We can put
they
a
can't do
sign
it
that
at home.
says chapel.
Yes, we could.
Electric
I don't know
chapel.
why that just thrills the shit out of me.
Dan?
Would it be, you know, say we wanted to, say no one else was in there, and I wanted to write something with one of the deities, would that be okay if I were to bring in a
Yeah,
small acoustic or
However you
something?
spend
Yeah.
time with the deities, it's your business.
exactly.
You don't have to tell anyone if you don't want to.
You guys haven't got a pan shrine yet up, have you?
Not yet, not yet. I am still working on getting a full-size pan. The only ones I've gotten are those little, cute Greekies, but
Greekies.
yeah.
I have one at home, he's hooked up to a Marshall Stacks, it's beautiful, he's a display on my wall.
Oh, that's awesome.
Pan's
That's awesome.
playing through a Marshall, his pipes through a Marshall.
So we do have, I don't know if you can just barely see it on the edge of the screen there. We've got a whiteboard over here that we've had up for a little bit since we got the property. And it says, how do you want to see weavers grow? And we've already got a number of suggestions over there: outdoor ritual space, meditation gardens, music space, elemental spaces, spiral scouts. These are all on our list of things that we want to do. So if you have skills that you can bring to the table, come and see us. And maybe you could be somebody that could help us get one of these new programs off the ground. Or if you know somebody who could help us get walls down in the space over here, so we have that ritual space, or who could help us with putting the temple up on our property, that's also going to be helpful too. These are all things that we're working on behind the scenes to make things bigger and better for everybody here. Does anybody else want to share? Want to share?
I'm just glad to see that you're still growing and growing strong, and it's a wonderful space.
All right, well, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Should we cut the cake?
Dun, 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 dun.
We need
Did
to
you get a
draw.
picture of the cake?
Like,
You got a picture of the cake. All right, here we go.
Chainsaw cut the cake like they did in the Jackal concert.
No.
Yeah, Jessica.
Bad.
Yeah, I was
She
at
would let
that
me
show
use the
without
sword,
him. She-
Dan. We can't use anything else.
I know. I was actually
I
at
tried,
that show.
damn
I
it.
was at that show.
I might still have a chainsaw in the back of my car.
Well, I would agree with the whole sword.
No,
thing.
it's a full
what
type
did you were your
chainsaw.
It's the
student?
electric,
Yes!
electric chainsaw that Tom used
I
for
would
his
agree
house.
with the
He
whole
might have
sword
taken that
thing.
now.
You should have said yes to the sword. No one would even be suggesting.
No, I was
chainsaw.
no,
Yeah.
Something.
Do we need to sing happy birthday too?
Yeah,
I think we do.
Hey, this
Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday, dear Weavers. Happy birthday to us. Woo! So moat that
Many
shit.
more.
So vote that shit.
Hello.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Just kidding. We are
For
not a cult.
everybody out there online, I know I usually do a financial report first week of the year, but I don't want to interrupt our party with boring numbers. So keep your eyes out. We will go live with that and post it on the Patreon later, as we usually do. But for now, let's just have a party. We're going to stop the live stream for right now so we can get off to party business, but we'll keep the Zoom going if you want to hang out. But again, if you're in the area, come on up and see us in person tonight. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Blessed
bye.
be, everybody.
I will say welcome to the culture.
I am the firebird. I am his daughter. I am the firebird's child. I am the firebird's child. I am the firebird. I am his daughter. And like the flame